What's up everybody, at 84 here, and I am in Boston, Massachusetts, standing in front of a baseball park that most people don't even know exists. This park was only a Major League Baseball park for 2 months in 1894 for the Boston Braves. We're going to go explore what's there and see if there's anything remaining. We're also going to check out a movie site from a very famous Boston movie. It was filmed pretty much in the outfield of this very unknown ballpark here in Boston. So come with me, let's go check it out. Alright, so right here we stand at 374 Congress Street. Where is 374 Congress Street? Yes, it is in the Seaport area of Boston. And what we are looking at would be right about there for the Congress Street grounds. Home of, at the time, the Boston Braves, but known at the time as the Boston Bean Eaters. In 1894, they played 2 months here. The month of May and the month of June in the 1894 season due to a fire at their actual ballpark or something. So over there is A Street, and A Street corner right there has Lucky's Bar. It's the original building, which is right about there. Right now we are in the corner of Stillings and Congress. And this street right here is Congress Street, and where we are right here on Stillings Street did not exist. It's a fact. We're actually walking right through where the grandstand was, right in the middle right there. So this ballpark was, like I said, home to the Boston Bean Eaters in 1894 for the month of May and June, while their South End Roxbury Fairgrounds, where they played, was it actually burnt down, and they were rebuilding it. It took only 2 months to rebuild, and they moved back there for the end of the season, so they only played here for 2 months. But it was well forgotten ballpark. Pretty much where we're standing in right now would be the middle of the outfield. Somewhere up there on Autumn Street. It says Northern Avenue, which is the next street over. So we were somewhere in, I would say, probably in the fringe of the infield, give or take. And Stillings Street right here is probably where home plate was, give or take. So it was somewhere probably somewhere between here, halfway here in the street was where home plate was. And then we look out to the field this way, and Northern Avenue, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bridge that's back there is Northern Avenue, which on this, if we get to look at it this way, is that road right there, which is Northern. So we're somewhere in the middle, right about there. So none of the buildings around here actually existed because they're all part of the stadium. This ballpark was actually really unique. I kind of found it by mistake by looking at the history of the Boston Braves and the Braves in general, and I came across this, and apparently there's a lot of history about that. I'm going to talk about it right now. I want to post it. Alright, so right now we're on the corner of Congress Street and Farnsworth, which is like 2 blocks down going towards downtown Boston on Congress, and there's the Boston Fire Museum, which is an old Boston fire station, and that is actually that building right there in the corner. The one with the X is right behind me, and that no longer exists. I'm going to go across the street, I'll show you, but that's actually a modern building. The pictures you just seen were basically pictures of the old fairground and what it looked like. So there's the Boston Fire Museum, in the front of it right there. That building still exists. Right in the corner over there is Lucky's, which we've seen earlier, that building. This building also was here when the ballpark was there. And so was this building as well, because right there in the corner is A Street. while doing research for this, I came across some interesting information about the, I believe, 2006 movie, The Party. And it was actually a film site here that came up that's actually in the fringe of the outfield of the ballpark. So we're going to go to an address real quick, and then I'll show you some pictures of matchups. Alright, so this is 11 Farnsworth Street. And this may be like, oh, this looks like any other old building in Boston. And looking at the thing, and this building was not originally here when the ballpark was. It was actually built, well, this is 1893, so actually it probably was here. It's just not on the map, on the atlas, so it probably wasn't updated. So this, in fact, actually was here when the ballpark was built. But we're going to go to the part of the building in which you may recognize from the, if you're a fan of The Departed, there's a scene where McQueenan, played by Michael Douglas, was meeting Leonardo DiCaprio at an abandoned building. It was 334 Washington Street was the address. I'm going to flash the picture up right here and see the matchup. Couple scenes is all going on. In fact, right here, where that little patches is actually where Queenan fell from the roof of this building. Right here, and you can see the vents over there. You can see the steps in which that building has where the bad guys came out. And there's that bridge right there. I'm going to show you a picture right here. We can actually see the walkway to the bridge from another scene. So all of that was being filmed right here. So this is the archway. That's how the guys got into the building. The building was an abandoned building at the time. It was already under construction, the movie. So that pretty much showed how it looked. It's kind of hard to tell where the police officers were sitting because the head fell and they were like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Did something fall? And then they came in. But then you could see in the pictures this street and this street right here was basically part of that movie, which people walk by this every day and have no idea this was the scene for The Departed. And Michael Douglas was right there, laying there, falling from the roof. I kept saying Michael Douglas. It's Martin Sheen. I don't know why I kept saying Michael Douglas. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, it was Martin Sheen got thrown out of the building over here. He was Queenan in the movie. Let's see if I can get another view of some stuff that may be actually in the movie too. So in the movie, they would have filmed it from pretty much this angle right here. And he would have been thrown up from upside there. I'm not sure if I think the inside of the building was used in the movie as well, since it was under construction at the time. Alright, so that picture I just shown, you can see these two doorways right here, and you actually see that white thing that's right there, that electrical light. But in the movie, this bridge was not built yet, and in fact, you can actually see it's kind of a newer building. So that picture I just showed you was basically shot from here. Back up a little bit, you can actually see the bridge in the background. That was the one that was shown in the movie, and this building looks like it was built or rebuilt after the fact. Show this shot right there, we can see the vent and then the white sign from the side-by-side picture I just showed. That's where the vents were coming up that are no longer there. I don't know if they were props or they used it before. It looks like it's newer brick there, so it was probably redone. So yeah, this is what Queenan was laying down with Martin Sheen, not Michael Douglas. But this brings us back to the stadium. So now we know that this area has been here for a while. It's an older piece, it's historic, it's in a movie. And a ballpark was right up here. So we're gonna walk up the street. So this building straight ahead, which you can see in some of the scenes, the green windows, is actually, as we walk up the streets, was a little disoriented here on the map. Oh, here we go. We would have been approaching what would be basically the left field wall of the building, because this should bring us back up to where we begin. Yes. place, this on the map would be right where those two buildings are. So obviously, the other way around, like this. Here we go. Would be right in the middle, somewhere over here. So obviously this building did not exist because Farnsworth was where the building right there. That's like the square. That's where the potted building is. We walked up that little street right there, and Thompson Place would be somewhere over here, right smack in the middle of basically left field. If that right there would be the grandstand, and basically we'd be looking down the left field line here into the outfield. And here's a better picture of the Lucky's building that we've seen that was here while the ballpark was there as well. So this ballpark was also home to the Players League in 1890 and the American Association of 1891. The team was the Boston Reds, and essentially the American Association got bought up by the National League. And because Boston had two National League teams, this team the Boston Reds dissolved a little bit. College, as I said, teams had played here, and yeah, this is the Boston Beaniers home while the South End grounds were being repaired in Roxbury. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like all the other baseball videos, leave your comments below if you know any more information about this or you want to share any stories or correct me. And I hope you watched the whole entire video to realize that it's not Michael Douglas, it's Martin Sheen. Sorry. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button if you like this.